I really do think that Netflix has really upped their game with their original content this year, and I'm really glad of it. I'm glad to have my Netflix subscription this year in particular. And so today I have another Netflix Originals review for you. Welcome to another movie review. Welcome back, or if you're new here, welcome. My name is Katrina and I make bookish content here on this channel at least twice a week, and then movie reviews like this one or book to movie videos here at the weekend. All of my social links are in the description box below, including my blog and my Goodreads, so you can keep up with my reading in between videos. I will leave a playlist of all of my movie reviews linked up above in case you're looking for something to watch this weekend. Today I'm going to be reviewing The Trial of the Chicago 7, which came to Netflix a few weeks ago, but it's taken me a little while to watch it because it is a bit of a longer one. It is a 2-hour, 10-minute film, and so you need to have a little bit invested in this one. And I saw trailers for this one advertised on YouTube, and then I saw all the many names attached to this one, and so that is what drew me to the film, because I was not aware of this real life event. This is a biopic based on real life events, a real life trial that happened. So it's the story of 7 people on trial stemming from various charges surrounding the uprising at the 1968 Democratic National Convention in Chicago, Illinois. And so it was interesting watching this one while there was obviously a lot of political turmoil going on outside in the real world. Yeah, it was an interesting context to be watching this one in. But this one has Eddie Redmayne in, it has Sacha Baron Cohen in, it has John Carroll Lynch in, it has Joseph Gordon-Levitt in. It just got a whole load of star names attached to it. And one of the things that jumped out, first of all, of course, Sacha Baron Cohen is British and English, and he does this amazing Massachusetts accent. I started watching him talking, I was like, is that a Boston accent? Was Abby Hoffman from Boston? And I looked it up, and yes, he was born in Massachusetts and grew up around there. And so Sacha Baron Cohen's accent, if you've watched previous either book versus movie or movie review videos, I hate when people can't do an accent that they're assigned to, whether it's, a Brit trying to do an American accent or vice versa, or trying to do a regional accent that just doesn't work for them. Sacha Baron Cohen's Massachusetts/Boston accent, I really thought it was very good. I was like, is he from Boston? I had no idea. So that was cool. That's a side note from the plot of the film. This is one of those films that is quite kind of slow paced whilst covering the entirety. This was a very long trial, and it's slow paced in the actual scenes itself, but it covers quite a lot of physical time in its 2 hours 10 minutes. So the pacing of the actual moving forward of events is quite fast, but the pacing of each scene itself, we set the scene and then we have people talking and then we see how people react to that. It's very steady and very precise, which is one of Aaron Sorkin's kind of trademarks, that he's very precise. And so it was interesting that he should choose some of these actors in particular who are known for not being quite as precise and meticulous, and maybe have backgrounds in improvisation. So that was interesting. I had no idea about the real life events, as I've said already. So at some points I did find the plot slightly difficult to follow, because we meet them at the beginning of the trial and then we have various flashbacks as they're talking about evidence and bringing in witnesses to what happened on the day, and we even have flashbacks when they're just together as a group talking because they see things having happened differently, and so that was interesting. I feel it was quite sort of disarming being knowing nothing about the trial and being dropped right in at the start of the trial, and then having to kind of slowly work my way back to actually find out what happened and why they were here protesting in the first place. I think if you've got a bit of background knowledge, that won't have the same effect on you, but I like the fact that it had that effect on me. It felt like I'm coming in as an outsider. I could be sitting here as one of the jury people, and so it was interesting from that point of view. And then we have this horrible judge presiding over the trial. And it doesn't help that it's played by an actor who just tends to play the villain part. He's very much typecast, unfortunately. And so I was kind of already thinking that he was going to be a bad guy. And then we just have him being so overtly like racist and classist and just so closed-minded and so beyond out of control with his power. He was on the biggest power trip, and he had decided that he was going to make examples of these people, and that is where the film gets very, very, very painful to watch, because it was 1968. It was a time when, you know, if you, well, we're not going to comment on the timing of it, but at that time, not saying that it doesn't happen now, but you know, if you were in that position of power, you could abuse that power and get away with it, and nobody batted an eyelid. And you kind of get a like, where are they, not where are they now, but what happened to them afterwards at the very end of the film on the screen, which I always love when a film has that. It always kind of gets into my good books anyway. But it was interesting reading his, where is he now? What became of him? I liked finding out about him as well, because I thought we were just going to hear about the people who were on trial, but we got to hear about him as well, and I really appreciated that. Obviously, no spoilers here. But yeah, if you like this kind of biopic, and even if, like me, you've never heard about this trial before because you weren't born yet, and then you were born in another country anyway, then I think it's still interesting, because it's quite nice going in like that, not knowing, and having to have everything revealed to you as the film goes on, a bit like what would have happened if you were actually sat in that courtroom as jurors or as kind of members of the prosecution as well. I feel like they were a little bit more in the dark about what was going on than members of the defense were. So yeah, I think if you like a slower paced thing, if you like a film that's based on real life, then this is a really strong option. And it just has stellar casting, and all the actors do a great job. But I thought, you know, special commendation to Sacha Baron Cohen's accent, how I go from reviewing Borat to reviewing his like amazing Boston accent in this one. I don't know. It's obviously the sign of a good actor, a good thespian. So yes, let me know in the comments if you have seen this one or you are planning on watching it. And as always, if there is a particular movie you want to hear my thoughts on, do let me know in the comments. I will try and make it happen. I will be back with another movie review for you next weekend, and more bookish content in the week. So make sure you are subscribed and hit that notification bell so that you don't miss out on my videos. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, and I will be back with another video for you very soon. Thanks for watching.